Good morning, Larry.
Morning, John.
And what a great day for Acton Dulce Unified School District, and especially for Vasquez High School. And what are your feelings as a trustee for all these many years and many public meetings?
Easy to put into words. Very, very happy. It's been, well, I'm starting my third term, 9th year on the board later this year, but been working on trying to get this school up for over a decade. And you know, all the problems came and went, and I just love it. It's great. I'm very happy to be here and to see the dedication. I only have one regret. Neither of my two grandkids got to go here in time.
Oh,
and I was
they just missed it,
fighting to get them in. And now one's in her second year of, two of them are in their second year of college, and one of them has finished 2 years of college. They're actually third year of college.
Well, the district must have prepared them, regardless of whether they had a new high school to study in, but they've gone on and accomplished as other students from the district have. And I'm sure these new buildings will prepare them even better.
Well, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
So you have fun today, and I'm sure there's going to be a few tears in people's eyes over it. But
well, thanks very much for your comments.
You're welcome.
Lee, what a great day for Vasquez High School. How long has our community been working on this project?
This project has been between 15 and 20 years, and it's been absolutely wonderful the way the community has come together and to see such a beautiful school and the high technology. We are just so blessed to be able to have this school, and it's been a lot of work by a lot of different people, so you can't even begin to start saying thank you to who, you know.
Right.
But yeah, the school is just fantastic. We just can't wait for the kids to come in and see it. It'll be great.
And you have sat on a number of committees over the years.
Yes.
Encouraged different programs along the way, and sat by our long-suffering trustees as they sat through meeting after public meeting.
A lot of hardships, a lot of tears, a lot of blood and sweat and tears went into this school, but it's well worth it when you see how it turned out. It was a long time coming, and then all of a sudden it was here.
Yes.
You know, it was on hold, on hold, on hold, and then finally just came, and I can't say enough for Dr. Woodard for having everything in place, so we were in line for that money from the state, because a lot of the schools had to turn away because they couldn't get the permits in time, but he had everything all ready to go.
Sure.
So had he not had that foresight in planning, we wouldn't have this beautiful school. The gym's going to be ready to go this next year, and just when you see the school from the freeway, you go, oh my God. You know? So yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, thanks very much for your comments.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy day.
Dr. Woodard, what a terrific day. Hard to believe it's here after so many meetings and so many years and so much planning and so many setbacks. What are your thoughts?
Boy, today is it's kind of like surreal, to say the least. It's actually here, and we're opening the school, and this is a monumental event for this district, this community, and our folks. So I'll tell you, I'm beyond excited. I can't wait to open the doors and actually see students thriving at this school.
Well, Larry Layton, one of the trustees, and I were just talking about the number of students that have gone through here with bad buildings, let's call them, in comparison to these new good buildings.
Right.
And they have all done well. So I'm sure that these new buildings, with the good teachers we have in the district, our kids are going to do even better.
There's no doubt about that. I can't begin to tell you, about the phenomenal amount of kids that have gone through here and been very, very successful in the type of buildings that you talked about. So, does it make the program? No, but I'll tell you what, it's sure going to enhance it greatly. Our facilities are second to none. The technology here is second to none. We rival schools like High Tech High through Microsoft. how can we not improve, in my opinion, to really expose our kids to that much more technology and academic achievement? So the answer is absolutely, but I would not, I'd be remiss if I discounted any of the previous students and their progress and their things they've accomplished.
Well, your personal persistence also had a lot to do with this project. State government and state politics being what it is, to finally get the money when others couldn't is a real tribute to you personally.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. And remember, it does take a village. There's a lot of folks that have made large and small contributions. I wouldn't be here without any of those. And then, of course, my board believing in the process and keeping faith in and believing in me to be able to make sure that those things happen. Otherwise, they could have folded their tent a long time ago. And they didn't. And this is a direct tribute to that perseverance.
Thank you very much for your comments and best wishes for the next school year.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it.
Now, what a great day. I know you spent a lot of time poring over the financial statements and making projections, and in these hard, troubled economic times of the last 10 years, finally we have something new. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I definitely think that it's been a challenge. We faced a number of obstacles in terms of obtaining funding, not just from, development from the local folks that live here in the community, but also from the state in terms of matching funds. And it's really been quite a challenge in terms of being able to get all of the, allocate the funds in an appropriate manner, and being able to make sure our vendors and individuals who work on the project, contractors, are paid on time. And really, it's been a tribute to my staff and to the rest of the administration, and to really work hard and make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep this project moving along in a timely manner. And we were fortunate to be able to have such a great team who was dedicated. They knew the mission, and they knew that it was very important for this community to have a high school open during the fall semester of the 2015-16 school year. So we're very proud of that, and I'm proud to be a part of that, of this process as well.
When you first came up here, if my memory is right, you were kind of coming up here for help out detail or salvage detail or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, to bring your expertise where it was needed.
Right. Well, I've had some background in working with the county and the state, and so I think some of that expertise has been helpful in kind of working through some of the red tape that is involved. Doing a construction project such as a high school is a little bit more, is quite a bit more complex than your traditional construction project, because of the fact that schools are often designated as a safe area for people to gather in a potentially hazardous event, or if there's some sort of a situation, people rely on schools to be the safe haven. So they have to be built much stronger, and there's a lot more time and energy that goes towards building a school than your traditional building. So I've been able to work, behind the scenes to a certain extent in terms of the financing and the budget, and making sure the dollars are allocated properly, and that we were able to get the project completed within budget and done the way we want it, and the community demands it.
What could you give me a ballpark figure of the bottom line?
Oh, it's been in excess of $12 million, the project, and then we also received some state matching funds for approximately $14 million, in that neighborhood. So that's going to be dedicated towards additional phases of the project, which we'll be seeing over the next, months and possibly, over the next period of time, over the next few semesters or next few years.
Yeah.
So we will see this project. Now it started off as a high school, but we're going to see a lot more. We're going to see some additional facilities, and in a grand total, it will be in excess of $25, possibly $30 million. So we're very excited to have such a project on such a massive scale here in this great community.
And the community thanks you for that.
Well, thank you very much.
As a resident for a long time, since 1976, it's hard to believe today is even here, but thank you for helping bring it.
Thank you, and I'm absolutely proud to be a part of this process and working with the community. I feel very grateful to be here, and I see some wonderful people here, and I'm glad to be able to support that.
Good. Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Good. Happy to be up here.
I am happy to be up here. This is beautiful. The school came out really good. I'm impressed at what they've done. I'm sure the students will love it, and you couldn't ask for a better day.
Yeah, it's true. And being here in the community for so long and seeing the childbirth process we went through to finally get it, it's certainly a very, very happy day.
Yes, it is.
For the whole community.
And I hope everybody enjoys it, and I hope the students enjoy the school. I'm sure they will.
Yeah. And probably, maybe, this is just a guess from a journalist who doesn't know much, but the kids may behave better in a building like this.
Take more pride in it, and that attitude will change a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Very good.
Take care, and thanks for your thoughts.
You too, John.
On in a long time.
A lot of meetings, a lot of...
and before that, working on the bond, you know?
Yeah.
So, and it was just amazing that the timing was that the bond came through. We got the money, we didn't think we were going to build the gym, and obviously we're building the gym at the same time. So it's just, yeah, there's construction, but wow, it's exciting. It's really great.
And what do you see for the future now that we have a high-tech campus and a brand new gym and a small community? We need more kids.
Well, look, that's the good news. You know, our budget is very strong. You know, compared to most school districts, we've done a lot of work to have a very strong budget, and so I think you're going to see people coming back because of the facility and also the quality of the teaching, and that then drives further budget surpluses, which then drives more investment in the school and the program. So it gets on a roll. I think we're on a roll right now.
Well, thanks for your patience sitting through all of those public board meetings and listening to all the public. And it takes persistence, and as one of our elected representatives, thanks for today.
Well, thank you.
Well, Mr. Assemblyman, what a great day, and good to see you here in Acton, aadusd.
It's always exciting to be here.
And what are your thoughts about the new Vasquez High School?
All I can say is it's about time. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this day, and I'm one of them. My children go to school here. I have a daughter that's now in 10th grade. My son went through all 4 grades here, and this is long in coming, and it's something to celebrate.
Yeah, well, that speaks eloquently for all the rest of us in the community that have sat through these meetings and elected representatives we thought could get the project done, and like childbirth, and finally happened, and nobody thinks about what went before.
No, that's the good news. And when we finally get the gift that we've been waiting for, it erases a lot of the challenge that we went through. And you know, the gym will be another big landmark, and this is just all exciting stuff.
Sure. Well, thanks, Tom.
Thank you. Take care.
Have a good day. Hi. What a great day to be a principal of a high school.
A long time coming, a lot of hard work, many years even prior to me working here. I couldn't be happier for the kids. When I took some over for a tour a few weeks ago to prepare for today,
right?
They had tears in their eyes.
Yeah.
Just couldn't believe that. Just the amount of opportunities for program and the resources we're now going to have. It's
sure.
long overdue and about time.
Well, thanks for your persistence.
Absolutely.
And best of luck to turn out a whole group of bright, smart kids from this campus.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Well, you guys actually designed the campus. You're the architects.
Yes, we are. We designed this 7 years ago, and it's been modified slightly here and there, but it's pretty much the same design as we had from the beginning. And it's constructed and it looks great. And you know, finishes look great, all the interiors look nice, there's a lot of technology involved, there's a nice culinary classroom, the science labs, the administration, everything looks great. We're very proud of it, and we're very happy to be here today celebrating with this community that's been waiting for this campus for the last 20 years.
That's right, longer than 20, but, and you helped him.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, I think it looks great. I'm really proud of the district for pulling through for all these years and actually making this project happen. It looks great. I hope the community truly enjoys. You know, kids grow up here and they have a great campus, great learning environment for them.
Good. And I think you guys took it over, the project, after from someone else, or
No, actually, there was-
my memory, like childbirth, I forget the past.
There was several firms before us, but they never got through the schematic stage. So when we came on board, it was, from scratch. It was starting from scratch, basically. There was schemes up on top of the campus, then we brought it down lower, and this is where it was developed since probably 2010, 2011.
And are the classrooms what you would term state-of-the-art?
Well, they are state-of-the-art. They have the latest technology. They have short-throw projectors. They have Cat 6 fiber, and they have, they're well equipped, for the kids to be up to speed on the latest technology. Everything's linked through to the district, so we're very happy, and I think the technology is superb.
And the cost per foot to build it is going to come out 25-30 million after the whole campus is done.
Phase 1 and Phase 2, I believe, was 26 million, somewhere in that range. Yes.
Something like that. So, well, congratulations on seeing one of your projects finally.
Thank you very much.
Sitting here by the freeway, you'll be able to see everybody from the freeway.
I see it every time I drive by. I say hi. Okay. There it is. So we're proud, and congratulations to the community.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congressman, thank you for coming today, and how good to see you.
Well, it's a beautiful day. When you're opening up a high school, it's something else. And Vasquez has had some difficult times in the past, but it's a beautiful school. You got a great student body here, and it's a wonderful day.
Like childbirth, we forget everything that happened in the past.
That's right.
Today we're looking at the face of a brand new baby.
You are looking at the brand new face, and you see all these young kids out here, these 15, 18-year-olds. They're going to get a great education here. This is going to be a great experience for them, and these are going to be the leaders of tomorrow.
And thank you for your work down there on the Simix mine. That was good news this morning.
That was a little bit more than good news.
Yeah.
That was 8 months of a new strategy, and we thought that strategy was better than maybe going the legislative route.
Yeah.
The city of Santa Clarita was phenomenal, as they always are.
Yeah.
And we got a great ruling yesterday. Not a ruling, but a taking away of the contracts.
Absolutely, sure. Well, thanks again, and thanks for coming today.
You bet.
And to properly welcome them up here, the governing board and our superintendent, I'd like to invite the Vasquez cheer squad to help prepare the moments for them with spirit, and to line the column for them to run through up to the stage as I introduce them. Vasquez cheer. Governing board to the stage. We'll begin with Mr. Mark Distasso, Governing Board Vice President. Mr. Mike Fox, Governing Board Clerk. Mr. Larry Layton, Governing Board Member. Mr. Edward Porter, Governing Board President. Mr. Matt Ridenour, Governing Board Member. And our acting dulce Superintendent, Dr. Brent Woodard.
It's really hard to believe. There's so many things and so many people I want to thank and so many things I want to say. I'll try to make it really brief, but at the same time I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the folks that were key and central to this entire project when we started it about 7 years ago. First of all, before we do get started, I'm not sure, I haven't seen everyone here yet, but I do appreciate, we've had confirmation from Senator Sharon Runner's office Congressman Steve Knight is actually here. I spoke to him. Assemblyman Tom Lackey, whose students attend here. I saw him and I appreciate him being here. Thank you very much. Supervisor Mike Antonovich, obviously our board members, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And then the administration here, Ty DeVoe and his staff, Yolanda McCauley, this would have not happened without those two folks. School would not have started without those two folks. So thank you very much for your efforts. Extraordinary, more or less. When we started, again, 7 years ago, Jim Vose and I sat in a little portable up there and reviewed the plans, took a look at it, and really looked at each other. Where do we go? The NPR is obviously in construction. It includes a full CIF gym, weight rooms, facilities, locker rooms, all of those things. None of that would have been possible if we didn't get our Tier 2 funds, or those funds that we needed from the State Allocation Board. Tom Lackey helped us with that. Bob Molesky helped us with that. Quite a few folks really put their best foot forward on that and making sure that we were able to secure those funds. Without the due diligence of Jim Vose. Jim, if you would stand, please. Yes. I've worked on several projects with Jim, and I honestly, and not that the others weren't a labor of love, this one truly was for him. Obviously, he's a dear friend of mine for many years, but at the same time, for whatever reason, this took his heart and his mind and his soul, and he's buried it in here someplace. Because the man has spent an inordinate amount of time here, and again, I can't thank you enough for your efforts and your expertise. None of this would have happened without him advising me every step of the way. Thank you, Jim. Gary Christophi, where's Gary? There he is. If you would stand, please, Gary. Yes, it was a rough road. He knows that. I know that. And again, his persistence and stick-to-itiveness and those attributes are truly, again, what helped us get here. I mean, we've had some ugly, honest, detailed, knockdown, drag-out conversations, and he never tucked his tail, he never ran. So thank you, I appreciate your efforts and time. Thank you. Fund, or Measure 21, when that passed, the folks that really need to take most of the thanks and the gratitude were for those that are now contributing to this particular site through your taxes, through the passage of that bond, through the continued support of that. And again, whether you voted for it or not, you're paying for it. And I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that regardless of whether or not you supported it at that time or not, you do now, seeing what we were able to do with $13 million. This is all built off $13 million bond. To me, it's extraordinary to say that we could do that with that amount of money. None of that would have happened without, again, the folks in this community making those payments, paying those bonds, taking care of this community, and honestly, making this happen. This is a 25-year plus dream in this community. And it's happened simply because a group of folks finally believed enough in this board and my administration to be able to make that happen. So again, thank you to the parents, students, thank your parents. This happened because of them and paying that bill every year, 6 months, right? So again, thank you guys, I appreciate that very much. And then lastly, to this board, the board that I have here behind me is the board I started with. Thank God they're still here. We still have 2 seats that were up and they're now re-elected, which is Mr. Layton and Mr. Fox. And none of this, again, would have happened without their perseverance. Obviously, yeah, they put a foot on my tail a few times, make it happen and get this done and get that done, and absolutely necessary to make sure that no stone was unturned on this project. Each and every one of them made a contribution at some point during the process. I can tell you, as a significant contribution, Mr. Porter helped with the landscape and the architecture of the landscaping. Tremendous amount of time and effort and his expertise. Thank you, Mr. Porter, for your help doing that. And of course, they traveled with me to Bakersfield, and we looked at, the actual facilities themselves. And again, none of this would have happened without Mark's foot on me, making sure. And again, Mark, I appreciate that very much. This man is wise beyond his years, and I know he's young. He looks very young, I get it, but he's super wise. I couldn't have done any of this without, honestly, his probably daily conversations at some point. Those are key and critical to the development of this project, and it's just his thinking. So thank you, Mark. I appreciate all the time we spent making this happen. With that, that's really all I have. I want to, again, I'm dumbfounded by how this is developed. It's exceeded my expectations as a superintendent. And when we looked at it on paper, and I've looked at, sheet after sheet after sheet for years, it's surreal to stand here today and have this ceremony and have the type of facility. It's not just, okay, it's here. It's amazing. It's awesome. This school has done a fantastic thing under the direction and leadership of JTS Construction. Thank you, gentlemen, for making this happen. Every one of those folks, Lee Hawkins, and we got Bill. We've got several of the superintendents, things that supervise this particular job. Again, gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate your efforts, and we look forward to, I can tell you, great things from this school. No pressure, Ty. Okay, so I know that a couple board members would like to have a few comments.
Thank you, Dr. Woodard. Greetings to the Honorary Board of Trustees, Dr. Woodard, Principal DeVoe, directors, teachers, and faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, the past and present students of Vasquez High. It really is a true privilege and a great honor to be here on such a special occasion. This has been a long and grueling journey. We all know that. A few of either the pioneers or the initial supporters of this school bond are sadly no longer with us. Many of us here never saw our own children attend the new campus. But this effort was about something much bigger than that. It was about uniting our community and providing a future in a proper learning setting for our children. Something that these kids, these exceptional kids, truly deserve. So I've said before, throughout this long process that goes back to 2004 and even before that, I have been so inspired and motivated by the patience and graciousness of our past and present student body and their parents. Thank you to all these kids. You're what made the whole thing worth it. My biggest thank you today is to the kids. First and foremost, I want to thank the Acton Agua Dulce community for their support, but also for their approval of the school bond. And to keep that in perspective, that's a bond that costs the average household about $150 per year. I know we all want to war over that, but that's what it is. It's not like LA Unified bonds that cost about $2,000 per household and usually voted for by renters. So this is something that really benefits our community for a very small price. I want to thank the parents for not giving up on us. I want to thank the PTSO every day and today. I want to thank Lillian from the Country Journal, who has been at every single Acton Agua Dulce Unified School District, not only board meeting, but every single public meeting, any awards that we've done, any fundraisers we've done. To thank you to her, and she's gotten our word out in a very accurate manner, I believe. I want to thank Principal DeVoe for making Vasquez High his day and nighttime home since he joined us, and for bringing the kind of spirit into the staff and students I've never seen here. I want to thank Dr. Woodard for not only managing phase 1 of this project in a stellar and indispensable manner, but also being instrumental in securing phase 2 funding from the state, our matching portion of this school project. That is just incredibly instrumental, and that's why you're seeing the gym going up right now, as opposed to somewhere down the line that we had predicted would be about 6 years. I want to thank the honorary board members, past and present, Distasso, Layton, Sexton, Rocha, Ridenour, and last but not least, Fox, who since over 2 years ago has immersed himself and learned everything about this project. I sure appreciate that. Thanks to all of you. I want to thank Supervisor Antonovich's office and his deputies, Hickling and Wayman, who were instrumental in the construction aspects of this project and the green light that we so badly needed in the beginning. I want to thank Senator Knight for being here today. And in conclusion, I want to thank the state of California for making us one of the handful of districts out of hundreds to receive the matching portion of their community bond so we could build our entire campus. Thank you very much.
Listening even to the games when they're over, they say there's a pivotal point in the game where everything changes and it goes a certain way, and I'd like to say what I think the pivotal point was to be here where we're standing. But first of all, there was another pivotal point, and that was before I was on this board, which I've been on the board 8 years, and starting the next 4 and 2 years before that on committees, and another about a little before that just going to board meetings and battling. And I think a pivotal point that got me to say, hey, we need to pass this bond. It had failed, I think, 3 or 4 times by then, at least 3, maybe 4. I don't think it was 5. But up on the hill above where the old school still is, a lot of the students were so unhappy that they went and sometime during the weekend or nighttime put trailer trash all over the mountain. And up until that point, you know, I didn't have any kids in the district at that time, and I hadn't given it a lot of thought except as a taxpayer, property taxpayer, that I've been here since '87. And I to tell you the truth, I wasn't that enthused until I saw the kids putting that language on the walls. And eventually I had 3 grandchildren in the district, and my hope was we'd be having a day like this before they entered high school, which it didn't happen. But because they got into the district and I started seeing some of the problems that we were having, that was when I decided to run for the board. And turns into years and years, and now I don't have any grandkids in the district. But I started trying to help get that bond passed so we could build what was a dream then. I mean, I've seen the diagrams and all that, and when I was on committees, we went digging over at the old grammar school, at Acton School, digging for some type of architect plans or something that had been made 5 years sooner or something. And it was then that the 5 of us here, well, maybe not all 5 in the beginning, but we were trying then to get a bond passed. And this school is not valued or costing to build anywhere near $13 million. It's probably closer to around the 30s. And some of the board members felt we can't do anything with $13 million. We need a $33 million bond or a $30 million bond, and you people out there just wouldn't give it to us. And it was almost at the point where a lot of people that really, really wanted it wanted to give up. And I didn't. I wanted to see us try to keep going. And
I would have to pay for it too, because as I said, I have a 10-acre ranch that costs us a lot of tax money. So back to this pivotal point. I've been getting involved with our convention that the California School Board Association has every year, and the lease-back program came up, and I spent hours one year shopping to try to find out who could do us a job sort of like this. And then the next bond was defeated, and we had to decide, do we give up or do we keep going? And I knew nobody was going to vote for a $30 million bond. So I kept arguing, let's go for whatever we can, 10, 12, 13. We'll never get the people to give us 15. And it wasn't going to happen. But the pivotal point happened. Our board hired consultants to help us with all this, to figure out how could we get this school. And there was a gentleman named Ernesto Flores, and I'll never forget this. This is what I consider the pivotal point, why we're here today. Ernesto Flores, our consultant, who I actually get to see him every year at the convention, came in and talked to the people that were in the boardroom, and all 5 of us board members, and basically he said California is going to get a lot worse. And if you want to get your new school and to get the matching funds, it is, and these were his exact words, now or never. And the bottom line was, the board, all of us were convinced it was now or never, and that's how the $13 million bond came to be, hoping that we would get the matching funds, but not depending on it entirely. We'd build what we could with the $13 million. And it would have been just about everything here except for the multi-purpose room, the fancy gymnasium. And the bond passed, thanks to all you people out there and all the voters, the property owners here. And then through all the hard work of Brent and others, they managed to do magic, to pull out those magic funds. The other thing that we had been told by Ernesto was, you do this now, a lot of schools, districts aren't going to. You're going to be on the top of the list. And he was right. Therefore, with all the hard work of Brent and all the people that he got on his team, almost unexpectedly, we got enough to make this basically a $30 million school, more or less. And so that's the pivotal point, I think, that just kept everything going uphill from there. Not that there weren't problems and arguments and battles, but here's the fruits. The last thing I want to say, because I know it's hot out there, I saw one lady around here someplace, she was sobbing, and it reminded me of a movie that I saw. You're probably all too young to remember it, but the movie was called Cry for Happy, and it was an old World War II movie, and the only reason you cry isn't because you're sad. Many times you cry because you just see so much happiness, and she reminded me of that. And I know there's a lot of people that aren't out here right now sobbing their eyes out, but they've got tears in their eyes because we've got this beautiful, fancy school. And that's about all I have to say now. Is I say congratulations to everybody, to our board, to everybody that helped this come about, to all the property taxpayers that backed us, that didn't back us. But anyway, y'all enjoy it.
Mr. DeVoe, take over the ribbon cutting, and then we'll move along.
If all board members and superintendent, if you could stand, please. And behind you on the table are pairs of gold scissors that are engraved with today's date, as well as the event. If you could grab a pair, please. And please come forward. And take a position between two of the stanchions. And we'll let the press come forward, get into position. And we'll cut on 3. Official opening of Vasquez High School. 1, 2, 3. One, in honor of this day, we have jackets for the board and the superintendent for all of their hard work. Pretty hot day for jackets, I know. When we ordered these, it was winter. But they're formal jackets that are personalized, that has all the different contractors on the sleeve and our district logo and their names. And we wanted to bestow these to them and thank them for all their hard work in making this day possible. With our alma mater, and as they're coming up, just some thanks. Fire Station 80, thank you so much for bringing out all of your gear and your trucks today. Really appreciate that, dedicating the time to help make our event a little more memorable. A lot of love for Acton Market Country Store, who's catering our event today. The owners worked well with us. We've got a great meal coming thanks to them, and they've been wonderful to work with. So thank you so much to Acton Market Country Store. To the Lewis family, a lot of the additional elements to make this day possible came from them. Thank you to Christy and Jay and their family for helping us. Our PTSO as well. Dorothy Daniels, our Public Information Officer, Lee Jennings, and our entire PTSO has been instrumental in preparing for this day and have been such huge supporters of our school. We're very lucky to have them. So just thank you to those individuals. And let's conclude with our alma mater, sung by the herd. To our superintendent to fly over our school. Please join me in thanking Mr. Knight as he gives this flag to our superintendent.
Well, on behalf of the United States Congress, this flag was flown over the United States Capitol on July 4th, 2015, and it is my honor to present it to Vasquez High School.
Thank you so much for attending. We have food now is open to your right under the different easy ups on the right here. It's just open. There's 4 different stations, so all of them are the same. And there are restrooms on both sides. We also have tours for the next few hours. The tours begin in the back by the library. You'll see an 8-foot banner with our logo on it, adjacent to the wall. Whenever you're ready, you just simply go over there and some of our students will take you on a tour of our premises. It only takes about 20 minutes or so. Thank you so much for coming, and let the celebration begin.
Wendy, what's your comments about the new building and the new high school and everything?
We are so thrilled to have this. This community's waited a long time. I live in the community, and I've had 7 children attend Vasquez High School. So to see this happen today, I was one of those that cry every time I come down and see it while I've been working here this summer, because it's amazing and it's beautiful. It's an amazing facility, and I hope that everybody in the community takes the opportunity to come see it, and their children definitely need to come here and see it, because they are going to want to go here.
And specifically your new facility, your new classroom.
Well, I'm actually the dean now. So,
oh, you're the dean, okay.
Yeah, but the classroom is, it's a beautiful classroom. I've been in a lot of high school culinary classrooms, and it is, or labs. It is amazing. It's state of the art. This is really nicely done, and I'm just so impressed with the team here with JTS and the hard work they've done. They've done a beautiful job, and the architect, and I really couldn't be any happier.
Was it? I guess the wait was worth it. I guess
it was worth the wait. It was. It was, and the kids in this community have always been special, and always special to me. And great teachers here that stay here because they love the kids, and now we have a facility to match all the wonderful people in administration.
Sure. Were there any additional teachers added this year because of the school?
Yes, we have several that we're adding to the staff. So, we didn't increase in size necessarily, though. We do have a lot of new students that are signing up to come.
That's always good news, isn't it?
Yeah, that sure is.
As long as they don't go out of the community, as long as they stay here, that's good
right.
for us.
This is the place to be.
It's the place to be. Congratulations. Thanks for your comments.
Oh, thank you.
Normal classrooms, this has the smart board as well as the surround sound system. But the cool thing about this classroom is there's no whiteboard. The paint is actually whiteboard paint. So the teacher is able to write right onto the wall, and then you can just erase it. So that's exciting, yeah. Move forward to our performing arts. Also the eye wash station in the showers for emergencies.
Nice looking campus, isn't it? Nice looking campus.
Oh yeah, it is. It sure is. Makes me want to go back to high school.
And then in this room, this is our storage room for where we'd be able to have a band, so their instruments would be able to be here. On the back, as you can see, there's a full mirror for any drama or skits. And then if you would like to take a seat in the chairs, they're extra posture improving chairs, so students can sit straight up while they're playing music or singing or whatever they need to do. And the enlarged space is good for vocals and singing. It's actually impossible to slouch over and then all paying attention. And the storage areas, there's many storage, and then there's also, you have a whiteboard over this, so it serves for extra storage, as well as all the cabinets and everything back here. And then in these 2 rooms, these are practice rooms. They're soundproof, so you're able, for like a musician or a vocalist who needs to warm up, they can have the privacy to be able to do it. So you can see.